Hello. I've just figured out how to use my webcam. I know that's sad, but anyways, I thought it might be easier to give you guys blogs over video instead of doing it by writing, because it takes me hours and hours and hours to type things with little babies in my arms, but I can do that while I'm on the video. So anyways, here's my first one. I'm just going to read to you guys from this book. It's called Divine Intimacy. It's amazing. It's by Father Gabriel of Mary Magdalene, who was a Carmelite friar and a spiritual director, and who's totally a saint. He's amazing. And so I'm going to read it to you. Alright, this is a meditation on the Marian life. The high place which Mary as the Mother of God occupies in the work of our sanctification fully justifies our desire to live intimately with her. As children love to be near their mother, so we as Christians want to live with Mary. In order to do this, we resort to little means of keeping her in our thoughts. For instance, we may have her picture before us. Oh, Lulu. Uh-oh. Let's try it again. Oh, she wants to nurse. But I can do that because I'm just right here. Okay, great. For instance, we may have her picture before us. And let's see, where am I? I'm sorry, you guys, this is terrible. I'll try it again tomorrow without the baby. We'll see how it goes. For instance, we may have her picture before us and greet her affectionately every time we look at it. Then, with a glance of faith, we can go beyond the picture and reach Mary living in glory. Mary, who by means of the beatific vision sees us, follows us, and knows all our needs. She helps us with her maternal aid. By means of this, our faith, our soul remains in continual contact with Mary. Spontaneously throughout the day, we increase our little pious practices in her honor, our prayers. All these combine to intensify our relations with Mary. Saturdays in the month of May, the several feasts of Mary, are for us so many occasions of remembering her especially, of meditating on her prerogatives, contemplating her beauty, and continually increasing our love for her. In fact, it is impossible to bear the sweet picture of Mary in our mind and heart without feeling moved to love her, without feeling the need of showing her the reality of our love by trying to please her, that is, by living like true children of hers. In this way, the Marian life, or the life of intimacy with Mary, can penetrate the whole of our Christian life and make us more faithful in the fulfillment of all of our duties. For nothing can please Mary more than to see us accomplishing with love her Son's will. Furthermore, Christian life lived under Mary's maternal eye acquires that special gentleness and sweetness which arise spontaneously from the constant companionship of a most loving mother who lavishes attention on us. And yeah, I just have to stop there and say I can say that from the experience of being a mother, I was just talking about this yesterday with a friend, that we learn to love our children and constantly give them love, even in our discipline of them, even in those moments when they're not necessarily lovable. But in that love, they grow and they flourish, and without it, they just collapse. Another aspect of the Marian life is the imitation of Mary. Jesus alone is the way that leads to the Father. Protestants, I just said it. Jesus alone is the way that leads to the Father. He is the only model. But who is more like Jesus than Mary? Of whom more than of Mary can it be said that she has the same thoughts as Christ? O Lady, exclaimed St. Bernard, God lives in you, and you live in him. You clothe him with the substance of your flesh, and he clothes you with the glory of his majesty. While Jesus dwelt in the Virgin's pure womb, he clothed her with himself, communicated his infinite perfections to her, and filled her with his sentiments, desires, affections, and divine wishes. And Mary, who gave herself up entirely to his action, was completely transformed into him, so that she became a faithful copy of him. The liturgy says that Mary is the most perfect image of Christ, formed truly by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Jesus, took full possession of Mary's pure, gentle soul and traced in it very delicately and perfectly all the features and characteristics of the soul of Jesus. Therefore, we can well say that to imitate Mary is to imitate Jesus. This is why we choose her for our model. We do not love Mary for herself alone. Saying it again, we do not love Mary for herself alone. but because she is the mother of Christ. Likewise, we do not imitate Mary for herself, but for Christ, whose most faithful image she is. Jesus is the one way which leads us to the Father, and Mary is the surest and easiest way to reach Jesus. By incarnating in himself the perfections of the Father, Jesus made it possible for us to imitate them. By retracing Jesus' perfections in herself, Mary has made them more accessible to us, has brought them within our very reach. None can say as well as she, from 1 Corinthians 4:16, "Be ye followers of me, as I also am of Christ." Since Jesus came to us through Mary, it is wholly appropriate that we go to Jesus through her. And that concludes my Marian meditation for the day. If you guys like this book is awesome, and you can get it from Baronius Press at baroniuspress.com. And that is all. Say bye, Lulu. Bye.